Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Adventures with Pep's Marvel painting. We are on Ultron today. We've done Spider-Man and there'll be a playlist link popping up somewhere hopefully. And today we're going to do Ultron. I'm going to be reading off some notes because my Ultron knowledge is not great, and whilst I do that, we'll have some pictures going up. So Ultron is a supervillain appearing in, obviously, Marvel Comics. He was created by Roy Thomas, and he first appeared as an unnamed character in Avengers 54 in 1968. He has artificial intelligence and develops a god complex and a grudge against his creator, Hank Pym. His goal is to destroy humanity in a short-sighted attempt at creating world peace. Oh dear, and he has been brought into conflict with the Avengers many times. Stories often end in Ultron's apparent destruction, only for the character to be resurrected in a new form. I obviously could go on and on and on about Ultron. He has a massive page of notes all about him. I wanted to paint him because he's a cool looking robot. So let's dive into the video. Right, following some technical difficulties, I've already started. So, quick catch up. We covered the model in a white primer because I'm mostly going to be using greys and orange on this model, and I've pulled out the runic grey. As you all should know by now, I hate metallic paints, so I use runic grey to represent most of my steel-esque silver models, and Ultron is a very silvery steel-esque model. I'm not entirely sure what he's made of, but I gotta assume it's a very shiny metal. So we are using runic grey. This is a wonderful stage because I don't have to be neat. I'm not worried about where the orange is going. I'm just worried about getting this runic grey on the model. So as you can see, I have just loaded up the brush. I am slapping it down willy-nilly all over the place. Let it do its job. It's finding the depths, as you can see on its neck and chest plate. And I'm just going to let it do its thing. Okay, the final touches as I drift off camera. Classic me. I can't stay in my focal area. So there you go. Runic grey is down. You can see roughly how it's going to dry up. Now we're going to grab the Gravelord grey. And there it is, the Gravelord grey. And we are going to use that on the random piece of masonry that Ultron has found to stand on. No idea what it's fallen off. May have fallen off the Empire State Building. It may have fallen off the Daily Bugle. I nearly said Beagle, but that's the Spider Pork. Or Spider Pig. Spider Pork. Oh my days. Give me a cup of coffee. I'm just going to cover the masonry aspects of his base with that. I also added, I don't know if you can see it in the video, added some sand around this rock just so it didn't look so weird on the pavement. I hope it will kind of blend in. This isn't an exciting step, so I think we can just race on to the next one. And with all the base parts now done, you can see my fingers are now filthy from doing it. We have pretty much a based model. It does not look pretty right now. I grabbed the Fire Giant orange. All the artwork that I found, he seems to have orange or red internal power, I guess it would be. And every model that I've looked at seems to pick out different sections. The best piece of advice I can give you for this is just pick the parts that you want orange. Doesn't have to be right. Just get it in there. So for me, I'm just picking out anything that doesn't look particularly smooth. So there's these inlets on his legs that had weird, I guess, mechanical wiring going through it as well. It's hard to describe. Very fiddly. I had to put down the shade brush for a little while and grab the fine point Citadel brush. And it is just a case of taking your time, keep rotating the model and just keep picking away at bits that you want to be orange. All that's left to do now is the base, which we are going to use Xandri dust and a very heavy dry brush. We are going to absolutely lighten up the giant breeze block of masonry that's hanging out underneath him. We don't need it to blend into the base, we want it to stand out a little bit. So as you can see, quick back and forth, really nothing that fancy going on here. It's a very small detail, but it's definitely going to help just make this rock not seem so weird underneath. And as we're looking at the model now, you can tell he is a lot of grey in one place. It's just a lot of grey. There's no denying it. It is what it is. I will go in and give it a little wash in certain spots to darken it down. But let me grab a photo and we will call it a day. As always, I do appreciate you stopping by and watching my videos. Hopefully you've gained a little insight into how to paint your own, and I hope you enjoyed this. Give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe, and be sure to come back next week when we take on the Red Skull. Cheers for watching.